know what frustrated me when I heard that? And I got mad that I got mad. I got mad that I got mad is Dak Prescott talking about championships is almost, to me, manipulative. Not intended to be, but like, if I'm talking about losing weight, but James Jones brings in donuts on Friday and then I eat them, am I really trying to lose weight? No, I'm talking about it. It's easy to say, but am I putting in the work that it takes to do the thing that I want to do? James Jones brings in donuts every Friday. Shout out to James Jones. Dak talking about championships. Why can you talk about championships when we first need to get back to winning the NFC East? We first need to get back to making the playoffs. We first need to get back to doing what it takes to do what we actually want to do. Chase, you know this very well. You be in the church, faith without works is what? It's dead. It's dead. Put in the work. I'm not mad at the faith. Have the faith. I want to win a championship. Sure, but where's the work? And I'm not talking exclusively to Dak Prescott, but there are steps. Hey, Acho, what you want to do? I want to be a billionaire. Well, can you be a multimillionaire first? So I have no necessary problem with the ideation or the aspiration, but first, can we do the small things right to get to the major goal? We're talking about championships, yet we still yet to win 2 playoff games in a season. That's terrible, terrible math. So I have an issue with the comments, not because of the aspiration, but what are you actually doing to get there, Chase? As a Dallas Cowboys, as a Dallas native and a Cowboys fan, don't just sell me a dream. Sell me some action, too.
I'm a Dallas native. I grew up going to Cowboys games, like a lot of them.
A lot of them.
Yeah, born and raised in Irving, where their old stadium was. So I've seen championships. I've seen non-championships. I have zero issue with a player in the NFL of a caliber of Dak saying he wants to win a championship. Well, what are we talking about here? I'd have an issue if he didn't say this, honestly, because he is the leader of that team. Lead by example, got to win. Got it. That's what you're at. But you also got to lead by setting a goal, and that's what he's doing. Look, Dak, for all that we kill him, Dak has 4 division titles in 9 years in the NFC East. He finished second in MVP voting. He's tied with Josh Allen for 4th in regular season wins over the last, since he came into the NFL. 4th. So it goes Mahomes, Goff, Brady, and then Dak. Oh. He's got 76 regular season wins. You can have a conversation about playoff success, 2 and 5. Lamar Jackson's won 3 playoff games. And we ain't sitting up here and saying, hey, the goal shouldn't be. The goal is championship. And he, for what I see of a quarterback, he is locked in. It looks like he is trying to win a championship. So when have I ever, and I will never, ever, maybe some players, if you're, a rookie quarterback like Caleb Williams and you're coming in, what's the goal? And you say day 1 championship. Caleb hasn't done anything in this league. Dak Prescott's been a good player, better than good player at times in the regular season. So he has every right. He's earned the right to say that. Now, we can say what he wants on the field. Off the field, I've heard nothing but great things about how he's a leader. This is pure example of him being a leader out in front, setting the goal, setting the vision of the franchise.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, because he was asked a question and he responded, win a championship. I'm kind of with both of you guys. I mean, we can't. I know people want to bring up Lamar Jackson winning 3 playoff games or whatever, but Lamar Jackson is a 2-time MVP and he's been to an AFC championship game at least. So I ain't gonna compare it to the Lamar, but what I will say is I'm with Acho because you heard the same thing from the coach about winning Super Bowls. Let's win the division first. How about that?
Yeah.
No, like for real, because right now, if you don't win the division, it's going to be a tough road in the playoffs for you. Like, for me, it's just, I don't like the message coming out of Dallas right now.
Oh.
I don't. It's championship, and ain't none of y'all, them players, coaches, none of them seen 2 playoff wins back to back.
They could be talking about division.
So, that man said I want to win championships. So at the end of the day, it's like, man, yes, man, just put in the work. Stop having this championship conversation over here in Dallas, and let's go and compete for the division first. I mean, it's crazy because Coach Mike, who was 12-12-12 over there with the Dallas Cowboys, he always told us in Green Bay, the main goal is win the division.
Yeah.
That's numero uno. The second thing is not a playoff word come out of nobody's mouth till we touch 10 wins. That was Coach Mike's philosophy. So for the Dallas Cowboys, like, number one, you're going into the season with less talent than you had on rosters in the past.
Yep.
And You didn't win championships or back-to-back playoffs then.
Correct.
And now we're going in here with a new coach, new playbooks on offense and defense, and we don't have as much talent as we had in the past, and we're talking championships. Let's try to chase the division first, and all that other stuff, man, will work itself out, man.
There again, you guys start on this side. Now you're on this side. It's all good. To be honest, though, I don't really have a problem with it.
Hey!
The way he asked the question, they say they slick over there in Dallas. Because they know he would have said nothing about no championships. He like, you can't even win playoff games. So we ain't gonna talk about no championships. But they said the way he asked me was like, hey, man, you know, the quarterbacks are judged here for the Cowboys with championships. Mm-hmm. How do you want to leave your legacy? So you already said what I need to say. But so he had to answer that certain way. Guys, I'm okay with that. I mean, the guy makes $6 million a year. He got to say something about championships. It's all about me, right? You know, and also just every player wants to win championships.
Yes.
I mean, I had a great career, right? And I had 2 championships, and I didn't even play in none of them. And I brag about them championships like it's my everything. Because everybody wants to win. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not mad about the Dak. But Chase, I do got to, you know, and I haven't been doing this lately, but I can't let that ride, though.
Come on, what we got?
Like, when we talking about Dak Prescott, number 4 for the Cowboys, let's leave, you know, like Josh and Lamar out of it. I know the record is the record, and I get all that. But, like, one guy went to the AFC Championship game, and the other guy is like, I lost against Josh twice. I know how you feel about Josh. I know how I feel about Josh. And I lost to Pat. I'm losing to, like, real deal, like, players here. I'm watching you lose to, like, Jordan Love, his first time. Jordan Love, first time, he like, dang, dog, this is the first. This is what the playoffs feel like? I never been here before. Look at this wide receivers. You been here before? No, I never been here either. We in Dallas? So use the guys like that. Use the 7th-round draft with Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy, twice.
Brock Purdy.
Oh, and Jimmy G.
And Jimmy G.
Jimmy.
You feel me? Oh, cool. They both in the same garden. They play with the same ball. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I don't want to light that thing up because people always want to say that when they like, Shady, they see me in the streets hanging out. Shady, you always talk about Dak playoffs. What about Lamar? I say, slow down, man. The guys he loses to the playoffs, they're not even going to be on your fantasy team.
And when,
all right?
Yeah. and when I say those 2 guys, I want to put it in context to the viewers. It doesn't necessarily mean I think that Dak Prescott's on the same level as him. But the fact is, Lamar has 1 more playoff win, and I agree, 2 MVPs, though. Right?
In the AFC Championship
game.
Much better player. Not even on the same
Mahomes, Josh
player. But he does know how to win, and that's what my thing is. Like, he's 4th in the NFL with 76 wins over the last 9 years. All I'm saying, he knows how to win in the regular season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so he's earned the right, I think. I don't think certain players, like I was saying, Caleb, or other players that come in and be like, championship day 1. He's earned the right over the year, and they've been competitive to say, I want to compete for a championship. Every player.
So I don't disagree with earning the right.
No doubt.
But has he not also garnered the intelligence to understand he shouldn't say that? The reason I say this is, Shady always says on this show, Acho, before the show, can't always talk about championships. I wasn't intelligent enough to know that. I didn't win one. So I don't know what it takes to get to a championship. Shady's gone to 2. So Shady's like, Acho, you playing around with this championship word. It's harder than it takes. Dak has been in the league 9 years. He knows this team is not as talented as his 2021 nor his 2022 team. He knows what it takes to get to a championship. So, Dak, you shouldn't be uttering, hey, I want to win a championship this year first. You should be uttering, we have a lot of work ahead of us. Yeah. You should be uttering, hey, the Eagles look good. The Commander have made this moves. We got to get on the same page offensively. You should be uttering, we need to get back to winning the division. No team has won the division in back-to-back years. My goal is to take that throne back from the Eagles. You talking about championship, you know what it takes.
So he has said that. He has said the work. But the way I'm going back to what he was asked a question about his legacy. The legacy for him is winning a championship. You're allowed, as a good player in this league, to have a goal of winning a championship, and you can say it. Like, so you should never, ever talk about in any sport, if you haven't won a championship, you should never say, I want to win a championship.
I think he shouldn't. You know that, like, and even for those that talk about goal setting, I don't necessarily subscribe to it, but we know this. You can't put something so far out there. You got to know the first work first. Like, your son's probably not saying, I want to graduate from high school. First, can he graduate from middle school? And then can he graduate from this? And then can he graduate from that? Yeah. Your son might want to play in the league, but first, can he start on a 6th grade team? Like, there's levels, there's steps, there's processes.
I think I don't mind it, but he could have said it a little differently, right? He could have said, because he's, I ain't gonna lie, he is one of the most savvy dudes when it comes to this media.
He is.
He could play awful for all. I'm like, yo, how does he get away from the media like this? He played god awful in the playoffs, and he finds a way to wiggle out that situation. He could have said, hey, man, that's the goal. When the reporter, that's the goal, man. But hey, right now, man, we trying to win every day. We trying to win the championship every day in the weight room. Championship every day in the practice. You know how you spin it. But real quick, and I'm done with the Dak, because, like, I'm critical on Dak because I keep it real about him. A lot of people don't because he's a good person. I love that about him. But on the football field, he's always looked good in the regular season. And if he had a regular season award, he would win it every single year. The best quarterback regular season, he's going to win that award because he does well. But you don't get that. You know, there's no award for the regular seasons. It's real championships, real playoffs. And every time I watch him, I don't see none of the regular season in the playoffs. So, like, all the quarterbacks that we want to talk about, the Lamars, the Josh, the Pats, you know where they're going to end up. They're going to end up in the playoffs. I can't say the same for Dak. Look at this stuff. Look. I can't make it up. Look at it. They hop skipping into the end zone, pick 6. And that year, they're really, really good.
They had a really good
So my
team.
thing is, when you talk about changing up the Cowboys, seriously though, you go from having a super dominant roster, right? And you guys didn't win the championship. You guys didn't get to the NFC Championship game. Then you get to this year where you make some moves on offense. You get George Pickens with CeeDee Lamb. That's cool, right? We expecting to have big numbers from Dak. We expecting to be good in the playoffs. Are we? Mm-hmm. You are? Because I'm not.
I'm hoping.
You see what I'm saying? And you know what's going to happen? We're going to make another excuse up. That's why the other day when you say, hey, man, is there any real pressure? Can't be no pressure. Because we keep saying the same thing. This is like the same thing, real quick. We keep talking about the basketball with the Thunder and the Pacers. And it's like, at one point, I'm like, yo, maybe the Pacers are better than I thought.
Yeah.
Why is that, Shady? Because they keep showing me, yo,
They better than you
doubt
thought.
it. We keep balling. When I look at Dak, maybe he's not as good as I thought he was. Why do you say that, Shady? Because every time he gets in the playoffs and the lights are super bright, you play bad. Yeah. That's all. That's all, man.
I mean, for me, it's just like I say, your message when you talk to the media comes from your head coach. And I just don't like the message coming out of Dallas right now because I believe the head coach started this stuff. Because if Russell Wilson got up here on the podium and said, I'm trying to win a championship, we probably would be looking at Russ crazy. Like, man, come on. Why would we be looking at Russ crazy? He won a championship, been to 2 of them. Because we know, probably looking at the Giants, you might win some games. This probably ain't a championship caliber year. Let's work on winning the division first. The message that's in there, I just don't like the championship message that's coming out of Dallas. We've heard the coach, now we heard the quarterback. Next, we probably going to hear Micah. And y'all still got to deal with the Commanders and the Eagles in your division.
No doubt about that. What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.